the David Temple murder case, the findings of fact and conclusions of law were released, in which Kelly Segler, a former prosecutor for the Harris County District Attorney's Office, was found to have committed 36 instances of prosecutorial misconduct. In response to that finding, Mr. Temple's lawyers, Stan Schneider and Casey Gautreaux, Casey, of course, was on this show a little bit before those rulings came out. They sent a letter to Devin Anderson asking her to recuse herself and recuse the office from going further with this investigation. Well, we learned this week that Devin wrote a letter back saying she ain't going to do that. And there's the letter. And guys, Bill, you used to be with this office. I want to get your impressions first because, I mean, does this seem like the right thing to do given the findings of fact and conclusions of law?
You know, I'm not surprised by it. It's really hard to take a prosecutor off of a case. And the fact that this case is in such an early position as far as the writ of habeas corpus, that's got to go up. Those findings have to be adopted. And then before this is all over, that happens, then I anticipate that Stanley and Casey are going to raise a double jeopardy claim because of prosecutorial misconduct. So this thing has an awful long process to take. And frankly, Kelly never worked for Devin.
True.
The method for disqualification, you got a situation where the elected DA is charged. They can't have anything to do with that kind of situation. And this doesn't fit any of the two spots that allow for disqualification. So it comes down to discretion.
Setting aside the legal arguments for a second, doesn't it just make sense from a public relations standpoint and from just an optics standpoint, given everything that's gone on, given just the amount of scrutiny, not just to this case, but other cases of prosecutorial misconduct, isn't it a better move to say, you know what, we're going to let somebody independent who's never had their hands on this, who there's no connection to it, come in and look at this? Isn't that just a better common sense way to handle this outside of the legalities?
I think so. Harris County District Attorney's Office, it's kind of like when the president does something, it's the whole office. And the whole, everybody has to get behind it. In this instance, Harris County District Attorney's Office as a whole, the office has just been tainted. And Kelly Segler was like, that she was that champion dog that they would send out to go and get their guilty verdicts. And now we discover what a lot of people have suspected. She might have done some things that weren't exactly proper or legal in order to get those verdicts. So this case is tainted. Some other cases are tainted. I believe the whole district attorney's office should just be hands off and say, yeah, we want no parts of it because we want to seek justice, which is what their job is to do. Their job is to seek justice. So stand back and say, let's be fair about this.